it's ready to go, dude.
Hey, everybody. Okay, I think we're probably live now. Wow. Catching our breath from WrestleMania 31. Very initial reaction. They got me at the end. They got me at the end. Oh, man. I jumped right out of the couch. Oh.
Literally, he jumped out of the couch.
Good. Yeah, you saw it. Oh, I popped for that inning. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I don't know if we should talk about that right away or if we should wait to build to that. Well, why don't we just say it for people who showed up early?
Early? Is people here?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
People who show up, whatever. We're recapping WrestleMania 31. You can go ahead and start that match, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Why are we showing you a triple threat match? That's weird. Why would we do something like that?
I don't know. To fuck everybody over.
Because we're rewriting history? No, they did. Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, leaves WrestleMania 31 as your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. How about that?
They're really loud.
I'm going to turn this crap down a little bit. But that's how your night ends. WrestleMania 31. I say overall, I mean, I haven't come up with a number yet or a grade, but it felt pretty good. It felt pretty good. Even like the corny moments were fun, I guess. Major points for Ronda Rousey being there, and not only being there, but being involved in what was going on. Do we want to just go down the card?
Screw what match did you want to screw, man?
What's that all about? Somebody hostile about the...
I love
Seth
Seth
screw
Rollins.
that match.
I love Seth Rollins.
What do you mean screw that match? Seth Rollins... Okay, first of all, Seth Rollins made Randy Orton look awesome earlier on.
He made John Cena and Lesnar last match look awesome.
We were wondering why that match came so early, because we felt that Orton Rollins was going to be one of the best matches of the night. And we're like, why so early? Why are you wasting this so early? But
I had a lot of disappointing things about this whole ordeal, but you know what? We'll go through that here.
There were some things we do differently. Number one, I know you can't screw the East Coast over, but they had to have that later in the day.
Yes.
You can't have Undertaker and Bray Wyatt ruining epic entrances in daylight. It just,
Whatever.
Same with Sting. Sting would have been much better. Whatever. But that's minor. But
so you had your pre-show. The pre-show. You had a tag team. You had the tag teams. Whatever.
That was not bad for a pre-show match. That was not bad.
No, they were actually cheering. This is awesome during that match.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of guys. Quality guys working in there and stuff. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
If anybody had to keep up with who was legal in that match,
well, that would have
been impossible.
Yeah,
there's no way.
The announcers couldn't tell you. I don't think they knew. But in the end, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd retained into that fatal 4-way tag team match, and then we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Annual Battle Royal.
Royale.
Battle Royale, as John Gruden said when he was handicapping it. Yeah, that was also all right. I think we felt pretty good on that ending. I
liked Big Show winning that.
Yeah,
actually, I really did.
Well, and especially after the way that Cesaro picked up Show and threw him out last year, it was pretty good. And I like the fact that you had the Miz down Miz interaction, and that he finally defied the Miz. But then I think it would have been a little over the top having Miz now actually win that match. So I think they booked that pretty strong. It was kind of cool to see Hideo Itami in there, and his look when he saw the Big Show about 2 feet taller than him, and he's like, "Oh shit, what do I do here?"
Then Big Show chops him.
Yeah. So I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good. To start out WrestleMania, I don't know if I would start a ladder match.
See, that was another one that I was looking forward to, and I could have seen later on. But I think with the card, I mean, now looking at the card,
it's a pretty stacked card, really.
Yeah, so, I think the only thing you think you could justify leading off with, and they never would do it because it's kind of your transitional match, is like maybe throw the Divas out there first or something. But they'd
never throw.
They'd get slaughtered leading off probably. So I feel bad the way they set up the Divas. We'll get to that. I mean, just for the fact that you had your title match the other night on Raw, and then now you had a a basic tag team match that meant nothing tonight. So, but anyway, back to that ladder match,
dude. I think Ambrose got killed. I think he died.
Dean Ambrose might be in two pieces somewhere in the back of that stadium right now. He takes a spot that he goes through a ladder. My guy Dean. That was a hell of a spot. And ending that with Ziggler and Daniel Bryan on the top of the ladder, duking it away. There's really no other way that one could have ended, I don't think. And Daniel Bryan eventually knocks Ziggler off the ladder and takes the IC title. So, you almost had to know that you had to have the transitional moment where
first of all, you
ended WrestleMania last year with the yes, and you started off this year with the yes. You bridged the gap. That it was good. I understand that.
You know that they were not going to let Daniel Bryan walk out there without a title.
Nah, you needed something, right?
Never.
So how do we feel? Like, I feel. We'll get to the other result of the other mid card title.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel they're really pushing the mid-card belts now. You're making them relevant with who you just gave them to.
Well, you just gave them to your two biggest people. Yeah. So I mean,
I at least for the time being, I don't think there's any way they are irrelevant. So, yeah. So is that what's up next on the list?
But after that, they had the Randy Orton Seth Rollins match, which, like we said, we touched on earlier. That was a good match.
It was a good match. I thought they both worked really well. We are both of the impression that Seth Rollins, pretty much makes anyone look strong that he wrestles with.
That guy's good.
He's like the
really
glue that
good.
Keeps everything together, man. He's insane. I mean, he's just some of the spots, but I mean,
well, you remember the interview last night? They had Randy Orton.
Yeah, at the Hall of Fame.
And Randy Orton's like, this guy is going to make me look good.
Yep. Oh, he's right about that.
Yeah,
he sure did. And the way that ended, that had us popping too. Because Seth got huge air. He goes for the curb stomp. Randy Orton gets up. He basically brushes off the curb stomp off his back, and in all in one motion, RKO out of midair.
Yeah,
takes Seth Rollins out for the win. It was pretty wild and pretty clean. I liked that a lot.
So is that up a Seth Rollins? Oh, well, we'll get that later.
So you had that early in the match. Seth Rollins gets beat, goes to the back. Presumably forgotten about for the night, or so you think. Okay, and we get back to that later on.
Nobody ever forgets about Seth Rollins.
Yeah, can't sleep on Seth Rollins. So, after Orton RKO's Seth and wins that one, what do we move on to next after that?
Come on, how do you forget the Triple H Sting match, dude?
Oh, that's right.
Come on.
Again, we're like,
the 56-year-old man versus the whatever the fucking Triple H is.
There's no way around it in an outdoor stadium in California. Obviously, I get it, but we needed mood lighting for Sting. We needed we needed darkness for Sting. Almost as bad as we needed it for Taker and Bray.
Triple H comes out like the Terminator.
That was, I tried to kind of step back and go, see the coolness of it, but God, that was so cheesy. The whole Terminator outfit deal. I'm like, really? What's he gonna be in next year? So I don't know. It was interesting. Yeah, obviously two old dudes going at it, but then it just became more about Sting versus Triple H.
No,
all of a sudden,
it came more about WWE versus WCW towards the end of that deal.
Because out came DX minus your guy, minus HBK.
Well, the first ones to come out. Yeah, that's the problem. I went to the restroom at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm like DX. I come running back out. So DX comes out, and then after that, NWO comes out. Hogan and
Holy
company.
Holy shit, that was a quick match.
Really? Yeah, replay that thing.
Wow.
Who won it? Oh, Mr. Superman Punch. Yeah, that's not how it went down. Or was it something else? I'm watching replays, not knowing which one won it.
Who cares?
Yeah, so all of a sudden you had DX versus NWO, and then you had Shawn Michaels in the ring super kicking at a spot, and then what do we have? Then you had the stare down with the baseball bat versus the sledgehammer again. Sling breaks the sledgehammer in half with the baseball bat. But after all that nonsense, Triple H wins. And
well, you really think Triple H was going to lose that match?
Nah, not really. Like you said, that would have been 2 Manias in a row he had lost to, and you didn't really exactly see that happening. So, yep. Any remarks about that match other than Triple H winning?
That's how much I don't remember it. Or no, it's kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, as a wrestling fan of a different era, it's cool to see all those guys. I said at the moment, I said you really gotta stretch.
I was watching wrestling during that era. Though.
I mean, you really got to stretch your belief of the reality to get through that. Well, but it was cool.
Yeah. So NWO comes out. Obviously, you have Kevin Nash. You got Scott Hall. Triple H's best friends.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. They were all buddy last night.
Yeah.
You really got to get past that. And then you had a big spot about X-Pac.
Yeah, X-Pac. He should have been part of the NWO, man. Screw that, dude.
You're like, but he was a big part of the.
He was a big part of both of them. That's it's stupid.
So he's like he almost should have just stepped back and get I'm good. Like that would have made more sense. But he
should have came out NWO Red.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Ooh, got nice spots going on in our match here. So so Triple H with a little assistance, but he eventually wins clean. He didn't get a pedigree in though. That's the only thing I was a little surprised about. I guess.
You don't need no pedigree.
No, I guess not.
Not at all.
But yeah. What did we?
And then the next match. Oh my God, you got the pasty white treat.
Oh.
With the 6-pack ab.
I gotta say, I would really love that tag team to stay together, selfishly, because I love them both, AJ Lee and Paige.
Going against the Bellas.
But Paige's first Mania, and she looked a little starstruck coming out.
And you go against the Bellas, like I said, you could put 3 of those women's boobies together, and when they not equal Nickel Bella. Come on, man.
That is so true. It would be like Bella versus everybody combined. Again, match was fine. But I just had a problem with you doing a title match that was quite good on Monday Night Raw and then following it up with a meaningless tag team match. I mean, why couldn't we have done something the reverse of that? I don't know. Maybe it's leading to something tomorrow night. I don't know. Whatever. But actually that one goes back and forth. AJ spends a lot of the time like dead on the floor.
Yes, I agree with you, people. There should not have been a handshake between Triple H and Sting. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, there should not
we forgot to hit on that point. Yeah, Triple H comes back and offers the handshake and Sting.
That should have never happened.
I mean, I get the sign of respect, but unless Sting is unless his storyline is just over.
Oh, he can't wrestle again. That guy's so fucking old.
No, but I mean, just as far as being around or whatever. I mean, if that's truly it, then whatever, the handshake, I get it, okay. But nah, it was kind of weird. It was kind of forced. So yeah, so the Divas match ends. AJ Lee gets herself off the floor after about 10 minutes. Finally gets back in there because Paige.
Well, they kept hitting her off the ring.
Yeah, Paige was getting beaten down in the ring.
Holy shit! Why is there a freaking sledgehammer in the match?
Yeah, I know, right? See, you didn't have that because it wasn't initially a triple threat match. But so AJ Lee gets the win with the Black Widow, and Nikki had to tap out, and that was that. There wasn't a whole lot to say about that match other than yay Paige, yay AJ. I was happy with the result. And I guess we wait on that cliffhanger on Total Divas when it comes back. I guess we'll know if one or both re-signed or whatever, if they're going month to month.
No. Well, so you got your next match. You got John Cena versus Rusev.
Yes.
Don't ask me what happened in the match because I fell asleep.
All I got to say, before you fell asleep, though, because we had a nice meal. That was a great meal, and that put you right to sleep.
Well, it might have been the 8 beers before that.
Ooh, they knocked scaffolding down at the building the Vikings Stadium. Huh. Yikes. Heavy win.
You don't think it could have been the 8 beers I drank before that, maybe, too?
It could have been that. It could have been that in the food and the combo. But anyway, before you dozed off, can we agree? Probably the best entrance of the night, Rusev? Rusev drove
on the freaking tank
into the stadium.
Dude, that was awesome.
He drove a tank. He had an army there, Russian army. He had Lana back. Not my favorite Lana outfit tonight. I mean, it was definitely dressy for the night, but it was not my favorite. But then Rusev enters in a friggin' tank. I'm like, how awesome is that? Had to love it. Had to love it. So, what I didn't love, I mean, I love the build-up. I love the USA, whatever. You got all the tension going. The ending of that match could have been better. And again, you can't really comment on too much of it because you were kind of in and out of that one. Junkie fell asleep. LMFAO. Hey, that was right about mid card. Yeah, that was right about.
We've been watching the shit for 6 hours.
Well, yeah, we watched the pre-show. We've been hanging out, drinking beer all day. So, anyway, I guess the only problem I had, and the problem that that most people had on Twitter while I was reading along, is that okay, Cena wins, right? Rusev is no longer undefeated, but and Cena got out of the Accolade. Apparently, supposedly, the only time that had happened too. Although I swear I've seen other people get out of the Accolade.
Yeah,
but for revisionist history's sake, he's the only one to get out of the Accolade. Okay, well, he wins on a distraction as Lana's like throwing her shoes in the ring, and then she gets up on the apron. Cena gets out of the way. Rusev knocks Lana off the apron, and then Cena gets him in the AA, and he wins. It's like one AA though, because we were talking about that. I think Rusev kicked out of the AA at Fastlane.
Yeah,
and he couldn't kick out a 1 AA here. Couldn't build it just a little bit more. So I would have liked to have seen a little more build up before Cena finally won it. If you got your undefeated guy you took all year for this build up, he should have been a little stronger than that, in my opinion. But yeah, seeing Rusev in a tank was hilarious. I agree with Jack.
Roman Reigns keeps winning these matches,
dude. Believe that. He's a He's Superman punching his way to. He's like, I gotta get this. I'm gonna get this in real life. I gotta get this. He's looking. The game coded him to look extra strong. Apparently. Jeez.
God, we gotta keep rematching.
Yeah, you might as well. Cause, there's not really worth setting up another match right now. So Cena wins. I mean, that's what I expected to happen. I expected Cena to, break this undefeated streak, but I just figured Rusev would look a little stronger.
I think we all figured that Cena was going to win that match.
Yeah,
but like you say, he kicks out. He doesn't kick out a 1 AA.
Yeah,
I mean, it's whatever. It's just.
It was dumb. And Madito 27. That was the best line ever. Suplex City, bitch. Paul Heyman at ringside. Oh my god, that was so good. That was so good.
So it's so bright outside still. So Stephanie and Triple H had to come down the ring and start yapping and yapping.
I mean, I realized that probably was planned, but it almost had that feel of, oh my god, we got to stall.
I know,
because we're not sending Taker out in the light. He'll burn up.
And then The Rock comes down.
Yeah. So basically, you had an authority promo. And by the way, can I just say, because we said this during the thing, are we nearing the run of the authority storyline?
Oh, I'm done with it.
It's been damn near 2 years, right? We gotta have something else.
I want to know something. Is there like a conclusion? What I'm trying to, between, because Dana White would never, ever let Ronda Rousey in that fucking ring, dude.
Right. So
there has to be something going on between those two.
So what happens is the authority get down there. They basically say, you know what? We proved it. Triple H beats Sting. We own this place. We own the arena. We own these superstars. We're the shit. Basically, is what they're saying. And then down comes The Rock. The Rock's music hits. Rock walks around, comes down to the ring. It's like 10 minutes before he even says a word because they're all chanting Rocky and everything. And so he finally starts talking. He says, "You don't own the universe and all this stuff, and you don't own them." And he basically wants to take Triple H on right then and there. And then Steph steps in and she's like, starts saying all this stuff to The Rock, and you won't hit a woman. So he backs off. He gets out of the ring, but he goes over and grabs Ronda Rousey, who's in the front row. Brings her up in there. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to hit a woman, but she sure as hell will." So you end a segment with The Rock and Ronda Rousey taking out the authority.
With Stephanie actually going up to Ronda Rousey, "This is my fucking ring. Get out!"
Yeah. Then she grabbed her arm real fast, and that was that. Or actually, Steph made the first move on her. Didn't she tried to slap her?
Slap her.
And yeah, Obviously, she wasn't going to armbar or anything like that. But
I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the
been
armbar.
awesome.
Fuck yeah! I was waiting. Well, me and you were. Well, you were more waiting for her to go after Triple H.
I thought that'd be a good swerve. Like, I'm not even gonna bother with you. I'm just gonna take Triple H down. That would have been sweet too. But actually, she did throw him out of the ring.
Yeah,
she ended up throwing him out of the ring. So, like he kind of ran at her and she threw him out.
but like I said, Dana White would never let this go on. There had to be a.
Yeah, you almost feel like there's something going on there, right?
Because I'll tell you this: if Dana White didn't know nothing about this and she got inside the WWE ring like that, he would go fucking crazy.
Well, either that or the WWE's making some inroads. Because I mean, first they get Brock to commit to them, and then they get Rousey to show up.
I don't think I see Ronda Rousey being in WWE.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's good heat both ways. That's good. I mean, it's although that's a lot of eyes on her. I mean, like Dana White should be cool with that because that's a lot of promo right there. But whatever.
He doesn't. Yeah, but he's got such a fucking ego.
True.
That he is such a. I mean, yeah, whatever.
True. So that was a good moment. That was fun. We were getting reports from Mr. Tubby Emu from the 2K.
Tubby Emu has pictures with Fluffy.
I know, right?
Damn it, man.
Tubby was out at he was out with 2K for all the events, and he's still there. He'll be going to Monday Night Raw tomorrow night too. But they were in the 2K suite tonight, and he's tweeting back. He's like, Ronda Rousey, yeah. But he goes to the bathroom, and he comes out, and there's Gabriel Rodriguez, Fluffy, the comedian, and he and Tony Pizza Guy asked to take a picture. It's on Twitter. I think Tony Pizza Guy put it out there. I'm like, oh my god, he met Fluffy. That's awesome. Because he's a big wrestling fan. So anyway, what do we got next?
Well, come on, man. What do you mean we got next?
Right. We have the match that started 15 minutes too early.
Yes. Yeah, about a half hour too
and
early.
only because of daylight issues. I'm sorry, but Bray Wyatt, that would have been a really cool intro.
Awesome
if it was
entrance,
dark.
dude. With the scarecrows
he had
and shit?
cool zombie scarecrows walking around.
Awesome.
At one point, he turns and looks at one like, that's even too weird for me, kind of a look. Like,
in the sad part, then you got the Undertaker coming out. You got a fucking stage guy running right in front of him.
Yeah,
when he comes out,
that guy's getting fired.
I mean,
I'm sorry, that guy's getting fired. He was right in the.
Where the hell were the Druids?
The very first look we're seeing of Taker all year, and we get a dude running in front of the camera. I'm like, come on.
Where do you and seriously, where are the Druids? He always has the Druids at WrestleMania, dude.
We were kind of taking it back at really just a regular Taker intro at WrestleMania.
But okay. like what we and you both said, we looked at Taker, we got in the ring, he's like, this guy looks a lot better than he did last year.
He looked great. I was really taken aback. I mean, he looks really lean. He looked really muscular. He had good color.
Yeah. Last year he was like all white, and he just looked like complete hell.
He looked like a dead man last year.
Not
in a good way.
No,
he looked like a dead man last year.
He looked really good this year, I think.
So I mean, I was impressed. He worked a good match. I mean, it was definitely better. There was one moment. I think the biggest moment of that whole Bray and Taker deal is when Bray goes into his spider walk. As creepy as that is. And they had the camera angle just right because Taker pops up and they get this evil stare down going on. I'm just like, whoa, that was sweet. And Bray kind of backs off a little bit. That moment had me. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, guys. You know what? I'm sorry to tell you, yes, every one of these matches were predictable. You knew pretty much every outcome to it.
I mean, I guess for the most part. You obviously weren't, they went for the shock factor last year. They broke the streak. We got it. That was the, oh my God, the shock factor. You didn't quite have that this year, but I thought they all, set up for the most part pretty good. Undertaker
what the fuck
hits a tombstone, but Bray Wyatt actually kicks out of it. So obviously Taker was quite surprised about that. But the second tombstone did Bray Wyatt in, and Undertaker avenges his loss last year and gets a WrestleMania victory.
Oh, there's the way it ended.
Well, there we go. We finally got what actually happened. Now, can you just replay that?
Yeah. You want to do this one again? Just one different.
That's crazy. Oh man.
Just
so
whatever.
I don't know. Anything else we want to say about Taker and Bray?
It is what I thought it was going to be. I mean, the match was okay, and I mean,
he kicked out a one Sister Abigail or two.
I think he hit him with one for sure.
I think it was only one. He just got himself out of the others.
Yeah. Yeah, because he
got out of
he
two
choke
of
slammed them.
The one with that was another really good camera angle job, where he's got him in the Abigail and he just sticks up with the choke slam.
Yep.
That was good too.
So Bray Wyatt, they were pushing Bray Wyatt, so you knew he wasn't going to lose to one tombstone.
I guess
So you had to keep him going somehow.
It probably was a time issue, but I was a little surprised as that match started. They didn't run any of the promo package of, Bray setting that up from the past month. Because they kind of acted like they were going to. The screen went black about 20 seconds, and they almost said, like, nah. It's like they just kicked it back out like, nah, we're not running that package. So it was kind of odd.
Yeah,
But but still predictable but good match. So and then
you get to the match of the night.
you get to the match of the night, which we have to confess we were not excited for.
No, I was not excited for this.
Honestly, neither one of us really cared that much about the championship match.
I just thought Brock Lesnar would go out and kick his ass. Look, pretty much what he was doing. He was whooping his ass for it. But yeah, they kind of pushed Roman Reigns over a little bit about he can take a lot of punishment.
Well, yeah, that was the kind of thing like, okay, Cena went out there at SummerSlam, got pummeled with all the German suplexes, 21 of them, whatever it was, and just got ragdolled, and that was it. This one started the same way, but with each suplex, Roman Reigns was laughing at him. He was laughing him off.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't see right away. What was the initial cut on Lesnar's face, like right away?
I think I don't know. Didn't Lesnar rush him right away? I'm sure he.
Yeah,
every time Lesnar rushes somebody, he always seems to get cut.
Yeah,
by it.
I was. Lesnar does cut easily in general, and that showed tonight. So he had like a big gash on his cheek, like right away. But he starts ragdolling Reigns around quite good. And but he's taking it, he's taking all of them and he's kind of laughing them off, and I mean, Paul Heyman was having a blast. He was counting all the suplexes.
Yeah.
Yelled "Suplex City, bitch!" That was the best part ever. I'm like, Heyman gets me every time. The guy's just pure gold.
He's not the one that yelled at though.
Oh, he wasn't? I thought he was.
Brock's the one that yelled that.
Oh, Brock yelled that?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, there you go. That's even better. Oh, I would have... Okay. That's even better. So, you think it was Reigns' nail scratch Lesnar? Okay, well, that could be. Nail to the cheek. Okay, that makes sense, Coolio. And whoever said it first. Medito. Thank you, both of you. Yeah. So then you had comeback, I guess you'd say, by Reigns, which all was initiated by, they were outside, and he stuns Lesnar by throwing him into the ring post.
Which instantly cut him open.
And it instantly cut him, gashed him. Blood everywhere on his face. And then he, there was a bit of a work on the apron there that kind of went back and forth. He caught him again a couple times, but he eventually gets in there. He Superman punches him 2 or 3 times?
No, I think it was 3 times.
He hits him 2-3 times. Every time Brock doesn't go straight down, he like goes down, pops right back up, and spins to the rope. And like he would not go down. And every time Reigns' face is like just classic. He's like, what? He's like, what do I got to do? The classic thing. And he just kept throwing everything at him. Then he hit him with 2 spears in a row. And
that's when I said to you, now he's going to try another spear, and he's going to get caught for an F5.
Yeah, we thought for sure. And he does eventually get caught on the F5. Was he going for a spear or a Superman at that point? Because he jumped, didn't he? He had to.
Oh no,
jump.
that was a Superman.
Because he went for
punch.
another
Yep.
Superman, and he got caught F5. So I mean, he got F5'd at least 3 times.
Well, he got F5'd
4 times
right away in the match.
Yep.
And then it was 4 times.
It was 4, I think. Both guys just pummeling each other, and and even at this point, we're like, okay, match much better than we thought it'd be.
Yep.
They caught our attention, but then the shit got real. So was it? I believe it was the result of the F5 leaves them both laying on the ground, right? Yep. They're both laying on the ground, And then Seth Rollins' music hits, comes running down with the briefcase, and we're like, wait, match isn't over. But I guess I hadn't thought in my head, he can call for it any time, including during a match. So he cashes in the briefcase. This becomes a triple threat match.
And that's right when you knew he was going to pin freaking Roman Reigns.
Right, yeah. He makes a run. He initially makes a run at Brock, doesn't he? Didn't he make an initial run at Brock?
The first one was at Reigns.
Okay. He kind of skirted Brock.
He kicks Reigns out of the ring.
Yep.
Then he curb stomp.
Already, yeah, that's right. He curb stomped.
He curb stomped Brock. And then he turned around and started looking at Roman Reigns outside. We're like, what the fuck are you? Why are you not pinning him?
Yeah.
You're not pinning him. And all of a sudden, then he's ready to curb stomp it again. Then Brock catches him.
Right.
He's going to put in the F5, and then Roman Reigns comes in, spears Brock once again.
Yep. That's right.
And then Seth Rollins hits Reigns with a curb stomp.
With a curb stomp and pins him, and it's done. Seth Rollins leaves WrestleMania 31 as your WWE World Heavyweight Champion. How about that? There always was that cash-in looming. You wondered how it would work. I think they did it great. I thought it was great. I loved it. They couldn't end on a higher note. After... How do I put this? Okay, the way Monday night ended, I was not excited for WrestleMania. The way they wrestled with the belt, nobody was. I mean, that Twitter blew up about that. Well, really, we're going to wrestle with a belt.
Yeah, you should at least been hitting each other.
But I mean, like, from going from your go home moment of Raw into WrestleMania being such a disappointment to the way this ended, complete 180 for me. This ended great. It felt great. Like Seth or not, I think it was a great ending. So
I like Seth.
Everybody looks strong. You know, those. I mean, just the Brock versus Roman Reigns component was much better than I expected, and I thought it was booked nicely. I liked it. So overall, I don't know. I mean, last year's Mania had basically two big moments. The streak ending. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't. Well, lasting now, thinking back at least. Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess we didn't have many more than that tonight, but I mean, it's right up there with
two big matches. You had Triple H versus fucking Daniel Bryan, and you had Daniel Bryan in the triple threat match.
No, I'm saying not matches. I'm saying moments more. But yeah, you're right. The first match for Daniel Bryan even to get into the final was good. I don't know. It just was. I just thought this was a pretty feel good Mania. I thought overall it was done pretty well. There were a couple things I'd do differently, like, you know, obviously you can't have everything in a dome where lighting is controlled, and you can't have everything perfect with that. But you know, outside of issues where darkness would have been nicer on intros and stuff, I was good. Because like Bray Wyatt's, for example, everybody's cell phones, you couldn't see a single one of them with all the fireflies or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else we want to...
But all these people thought Undertaker looked bad, but I don't know, man. He
looked
a lot better than he did last year.
Well, you must not have watched him last year then, because I thought it was night and day. That dude was night and day. Go back and watch 30.
Yeah, Sting looks back. Remember, that dude's 56, guys.
Yeah, he looked good considering his age. I mean, like I said, though, you put him next to Triple H, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. I mean, Triple H is fucking ripped, and, you know, I mean, Sting doesn't look like that physical specimen, that's for sure. So it's a little hard to, like, okay. Triple H should pummel this guy.
You guys tell me, what do you rank this WrestleMania for you? I just want to know.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
To me personally, out
of 10,
I'll put it up to an 8.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good 8 for me as well. I left with a good feeling on it. Obviously, you left on a good feeling like last year with Daniel Bryan as well, you know. But
there's things like we didn't like. Obviously, we didn't like the freaking daylight. I can't stand the daylight of the thing. It killed a lot of it.
You run a 4-hour show of anything that, I mean, even that you love, there's going to be moments that you don't like. I mean, there's going to be things you do to 4 hours. I mean, heck, I don't know. I think they did a great job. Ooh, there was a spot. Jeez. Superman punch going crazy again. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good. I'm excited for tomorrow night, Monday night, to see how Seth is going to gloat with this, and what, You know, the Monday night after Raw is always pure craziness, so I'm just kind of looking forward to see what that's going to bring us. But I feel pretty good coming out of Mania. I give it a good 8 as well. Let's see. We've got WWE Andy 316. It just popped on me here. Where I got to go back and find his.
What do we got? We got 8, 8, 5, 10, or 5, 3.
Matt Smith gives it 8. Tony Smith 7.5. Benny with a 3. Not impressed. Okay. Coolio gives it an 8. He's kind of right on there. 8 out of 10 would bang. Wrestling Jesus. Nice. I like it.
Would bang?
He would bang it.
Oh, damn.
He would bang it. Hey, with Paige in the mix there, I can't.
So, Ben, how do you get it a 2 out of 10? I don't know about that one, dude. But,
wow.
You know,
1/2?
Everybody's got their own opinion. So
this guy gave it a 1/2. You know, everyone that's saying that probably wanted Roman Reigns to win, I'm guessing.
No. Fuck no. They wanted Lesnar.
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Roman should have won that. I was seeing that in here. But whatever. What sucked is how Sting lost. Yeah. That match didn't feel quite right at the end, especially with the handshake and stuff.
Well, you know, like you say, that whole match was kind of this, and like you read in these comments, I read in these comments that obviously they weren't going to let Triple H lose that match.
No,
they're not going to let WCW beat WWE. They're not going to let that happen. It's
Icon, ESGnet, whatever you want to call him, Rashad. He agrees with me. With us. Hey, Nodis and Jim, Undertaker looked awesome this year than last. Mania was an 8.
Well, I thought he looked a hell of a lot better.
Dude, he looked lean and mean. He looked ripped.
He looked fat and out of shape last year.
He did.
Completely.
He had a pot belly. He looked, you know, I'm not want to talk, but I'm just saying, he looked like he was not prepared for that last year. And he looked, you know, for his age, I thought he looked wonderful tonight. So yeah. 9.9. Why not a 9.99? 9.99. No, I'm just kidding. So it looks like overall, people, you know, you had some people that weren't impressed, I guess, probably with certain outcomes, and scored it low. But I think a lot of us agree in that 7 to 8 range. I'm seeing that seems to be kind of the average scores I'm seeing out here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say at the same time, I don't think you'll see Sting wrestle. I'd really be surprised to see Sting wrestle again. I think it was Tubby that told me that he's gonna have at least one WrestleMania match, then they're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, I can see that.
So,
I know when he first showed up and he was doing like the 2K panels and stuff. I mean, he made it known, like no secret, that his dream match would be to take on Taker. So if they were to set that up somehow, I could see it happening. But
who wants to see the two 60-year-old dudes going at it in the ring? Like, come on, man.
I know it. I don't know that I would necessarily be excited about it. But yeah. DDP for Hall of Fame 2016?
That's
what do you
possible.
think about that?
That's possible.
Yeah, I can see that happening. He's been around a lot of these guys who've been making it lately here, so. Yup. All right, well, any last words before we turn this over? We got people's ideas, what they thought about the pay-per-view. We pretty much threw ours out there. Best moment of the night, anybody? You guys want to get that in before we go? What was your favorite moment of the entire night? Mine was, I mean, I had several, but the cash-in then took the cake. I'm going to go with the last moment we had in this. The cash-in was pretty sweet. I thought it was well done.
That's mine. I like Seth Rollins, so that's why I like that one.
Second would probably be I definitely liked that Taker and Bray moment when they locked eyes. I thought that was pretty sweet. I also liked I liked the end of the Rollins orders. Rollins did it for me, man. He was two of the top 4 moments or so for me.
Yeah. So because when Orton throws him off his back, basically, and catches an RKO.
The best part of that, and it's like it's not as brilliant as until you see it in slow mo, like the air that Seth got on that, so that he'd be able to get the RKO on him. Oh man. Yeah,
Dean Ambrose, he got foobarred in that match, dude.
That was another really good moment. I was actually cooking when that happened. I had to come in and catch the replay, and I'm like, oh,
that ladder snapped in two.
Dean.
Did you see that? Is it funny? Every time there's a ladder match, somebody gets hurt. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, Sheamus missed a good 6 months or more after a Money in the Bank when he went through a ladder like that.
Yeah, so Sheamus will be coming back Monday, tomorrow more than likely.
Yeah, they've been teasing that forever. JT said best moment was DX versus NWO. That was a really cool nostalgic moment. I gotta have Ronda Rousey right up there. I gotta have Rusev in a tank.
See, you had a lot of them.
Yeah, I had quite a few good moments there. I liked. Did I see the fan who lifted the middle finger to Reigns? No. No, I didn't see that, Medito.
I'm sure that happened.
I'm not surprised. Vinny says I hated the fact that they started way too early. I agree. That was our biggest running complaint all night. It's too light out.
Like the people said, what's it going to end at midnight and fucking,
Yeah, you just can't do it if you're going to be out there. I mean, and there's, nobody has a dome out there to put yourself in, so it's in a big stadium. I mean, obviously you're going to have it in California once in a while. But
next year it'll be dark.
It'll be in Jerry Dome, in
Jerry's
Dallas.
World.
So they'll be able to control the lighting there for sure. Although they could open it up. But anyway,
well, this ended right like how it should have, right here.
Yeah, I said something else in here that I was gonna touch on, but this is probably a good spot to end it. Lesnar's pyro, yeah,
I said something about that. Like, what happened?
They had it at the top
pyro?
of the stadium, but they weren't showing the top of the stadium when it went off, so it looked like it was botched for sure. I'm just looking at other people's favorite moments.
Well,
yeah,
there's the perfect ending right there.
Mine was Reigns winning the championship if he did. No, I'm sorry, didn't happen the night. What? So, all right. Well, I think that's where we're going to end it. Great night for Mania. I thought overall, well done. Great ending. Had a lot of fun.
You definitely can tell you it's been better than the last 4 pay-per-views.
Put it this way. We had absolutely no plan to do this post-show.
No.
But you jumped off the couch. You said, we got to do post-show.
Damn,
because we had to talk about
Seth
that.
Rollins? Hell yes.
We had to talk about that. So that is how it ended tonight. He didn't have 2 belts. It's only 1 now. But Seth Rollins took that belt and he ran. He ran up to the top of the stage getting out of there. But, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool moments overall. WrestleMania 31. I give it an 8. Junk gives it an 8. Seems like a lot of you gave it around in that range. Ronda Rousey, baby.
You rounded that range.
We Ronda Rousey that range. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the night. I'll be watching Monday Night Raw. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.